Hello everyone, it's Jonathan here, founder of Driving Academy, and today we're going to be talking about what does general maintenance look like for a tractor trailer. So a lot of people think, hey, get into the car, start up the car, I drive the car, and that's it. That's all I got to worry about in a car. In a tractor trailer, is it the same way? If I want to become an owner-operator, what am I going to have to be responsible for? What are some of the things I'm going to always have to do? If I become a company driver, what do I have to watch out for when I actually start driving and get my CDL license? So if you don't have your CDL license yet, you definitely got to come to the best driving school around, which is Driving Academy. Give us a call, 908-525-3609, or take a virtual school tour at CDLDrivingAcademy.com, and that's pretty much my plug for today. But let's go back to the maintenance. So when it comes to the maintenance itself, it can be broken down into different sections. First section we're going to talk about is fluid. So one thing that you always have to watch out for is make sure you have the proper fluid level on everything that you need. So you're going to need proper coolant level, you're going to need proper steering fluid, and most importantly, I guess as important I should say, is going to be the proper oil level. Did you know that an average truck transmission takes 11 gallons of oil? That's right, not quarts. This is what a quart looks like, and this is a gallon. Big difference from a car, right? So 11 gallons of oil is used in a truck transmission. When it comes to changing that oil, you could try to do it yourself, or you can just go to a diesel mechanic. Just be aware that it's going to cost you more money than if you went to Jiffy Lube, right? Because you're going to just be dealing with a lot more quantity of oil that's changing out. But maintenance, make sure that your fluids are all at level, making sure you're not having any leaks underneath, because if you're constantly filling up, say for instance power steering fluid really should not disappear on you that quickly. That usually means that you have a steering fluid leak. If you're constantly filling up coolant level, it's a closed system. Yeah, you will have some that drops off every now and again, maybe a small leak here, a small leak there, but if you're constantly filling it up, that means you have a leak. So these are all things that you can start bringing to your mechanic to get fixed. The other thing that are important is going to be brakes. So the brake section, you want to be doing an air brake test every single day. So what is an air brake test going to tell you? First thing it's going to tell you is going to be, do you have any leaks in your air brake system? So if you're doing the air brake test correctly, you're going to wait 1 minute, can't lose more than, what was it? 4 psi with the foot on the brake. If you don't know what I'm talking about, make sure you check out our air brake or cap check engine start video. This is definitely going to be something you're going to need to pass your CDL road test. But that being said, you want to make sure that you have no leaks itself. This should be done daily, like I said. One thing that's not really mentioned in the actual CDL manual or during the CDL road test is you're going to have to adjust the slack adjusters periodically. So what are slack adjusters? Slack adjusters are also part of the brake system. So the way I want you kind of to envision it is, my top hand here is what we call the brake drum. The brake drum is constantly turning with the wheel itself. This bottom hand is going to be your brake shoe or your brake pad. So when you want to press your foot on the brake, what happens is the brake drum is turning on top, right? And the brake pad comes up against the brake drum when you push your foot on the brake, and the friction makes the whole vehicle stop. So it's going to stop the wheels itself. Now, what determines the space between the brake drum and the brake pad is going to be your slack adjusters, right? So when the brake pad is first bought, it's like a 3-inch pad, right? So you have about a 3-inch thickness itself on the pad. As you start to use the brakes, the pads are going to start to wear down naturally. So what does the slack adjuster do? Most of the time it's automatic, which means every time that the brake pad starts to drop down in size, the slack adjuster will automatically adjust the space to make sure that every time you put your foot on the brake, that you're actually hitting the brake drum correctly. Because imagine this, say that you first start off with a 3-inch pad. Now you're down to a 1-inch pad. And if you move the same way, by the time you're down to a 1-inch pad, you could press your foot on the brakes, but nothing's going to be touching the drums, which means you ain't going to stop. So that's why slack adjusters are super important. And an easy way to adjust them, most of the time, like I said, they are automatic, but a very easy way to test it is going to be, if you look at this picture here, which is a push rod and slack adjuster attached to a brake chamber, you're going to release the brakes and pull on the push rod. If the push rod moves more than 1 inch, then you have to adjust it. You adjust it with the simple wrench. It's pretty simple stuff. You could do it yourself, or again, you can take it to a diesel mechanic. If you want to get your hands on a slack adjuster push rod, you want to know what a brake chamber looks like, then you gotta come to the best driving school around, which is Driving Academy. Give us a call, 908-525-3609. We're the only school around that can actually guarantee that we get your license. We're not going to guarantee that you're going to pass the test the first time, because that's on you. But how our guaranteed training program works is we're going to give you over 100 hours of training plus unlimited tries at the test, which means if you fail the first time, no big deal. We'll keep taking you until you pass at no extra cost to you. Right now, the record holder now has 9 attempts at the road test, and he passed on his 9th try. That's a record you don't want to beat, but even if you do, no big deal, we'll still help you out. So, if you want more information, all you need to get started is just $500 down. Give us a call, 908-525-3609, or take a virtual school tour to figure out exactly how our training program works and what our pricing looks like. And you can do that at cdldrivingacademy.com/tour, cdldrivingacademy.com/tour. Thanks. Have a great day. Hey, thank you so much for watching this video. If you like it, make sure you hit that like button. Also, subscribe to our channel. It's really going to help us out. Click on that button. And if you want to continue yourself on your road to freedom, here's more videos to watch. There's endless amounts. Hopefully we get to see each other one day very soon. Thanks.